All right. But look, let's talk about the next game. Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to get this up on the board for the people so the people can see it. I like this matchup because Green Bay's riding on the high. San Francisco is dominant all year long. They had a 3-game slip up in the middle of the season, and they've been lights out since then. Do you think Green Bay can do what they did against the Cowboys to the 49ers?
In a word, hell no. There's no chance. Green Bay, this time of year, my friend, you want a proven winner. You want to eliminate randomness. As a professional sports bettor, I don't like randomness. I don't like turnovers. I don't like bonehead, high risk, low reward decisions that guys like Dan Campbell make because he's predictably unpredictable. And I hate that. Okay. One quick example before I address your specific question. Dan Campbell, he went 11-2 over 2 to 3 years, making bonehead, high risk, low reward decisions. And every single time, 11 out of 13, it's 4th and 4 from your own 25. You're trying to run out the clock. And he fakes a punt and the guy goes 76 yards for a touchdown. It happened 11 times out of 13. I know this because I was on the other side 11 of the 13 times and I was super annoyed, but it all comes back. It's a tough way to make a living. It reminds me of the guy who plays in a poker tournament or has limited success the first time or two he plays poker and says, hey, I've got this figured out. No, you're a sucker and you're going to get buried. It happened against the Dallas Cowboys. Right. I don't blame you if you want to gamble, okay, and you want to believe in your team and you want to go for 2 to win the game. But when you're pushed back to the 7.5-yard line, kick the extra point. So he's a gunslinger. He's a riverboat gambler. And I don't like riverboat gamblers unless I'm going to bet against them. So that's why when you look at this game with the Packers, you have to go with, I love the coach for the Packers. The coach for the Packers, LaFleur, he's the real deal. But the fact is, Love, the quarterback, he's unproven. He's probably going to be a star. He's playing like a star, but 4 straight wins. Now you're going to play the best team in football, the San Francisco 49ers, hungry, healthy, rested, annoyed, and ready. They have a chip on their shoulder. Shanahan is as good as they come. He's learned from his mistakes. I'm still upset with his mistake as an offensive coordinator when the Atlanta Falcons blew a 27-3 Super Bowl lead against the Patriots, and I had points plus Atlanta looking good, feeling good, only to lose in overtime by 6. Are you kidding me? That's why they call it gambling, Greg.
There it is right there. I got it on the board. You see that? You might not be able to see it, but I got that Atlanta 28-3 right there on the board just so people can see it right there.
I don't need to see it. I don't need to be reminded, but thanks. If you saw a bad movie, would you go back and see it again?
Yeah, the Falcon fans hate me when I throw that up there on the board there. Nobody wants to be remembering that one. 49ers.
So I think the Niners at home, Greg, to answer your question, I expect the Niners to win. I wouldn't be surprised if they blow them out, but at the same time, Love, he's a pretty good quarterback. He could get a late backdoor, meaningless touchdown to cover the 9.5 points. But I expect the Niners to win. The question is by how many. There hasn't been much movement on this game. It opened 9.5. It's 9.5 as we talk, so that's a square number. And being a value guy, I'm not going to bet into a square number and give the sports books 10% of my losses. I'm not going to do it, and you can't make me.
There you go. All right, so we got the Niners moving on so far. No upsets.